If you think pickups are supposed to smell like work boots and spilled coffee, and Cadillacs are supposed to smell like cologne and old money, the 2027 Cadillac Phantom X Pickup is the truck that walks into the room and says, why not both? Because this thing isn't just a Silverado in a tuxedo. It's Cadillac taking the most American shape on the road, a full-size pickup, and asking a very dangerous question: can you build a truck that tows like a heavy-duty, looks like an Escalade private jet, rides like a limo, and still feel like a real Cadillac when you throw muddy gear in the back? Or is that exactly the point? From the outside, the Phantom X looks like an Escalade that's been stretched, sharpened, and given a back half with an attitude problem. The nose is pure modern Cadillac, a bold, shield-shaped grille that's more illuminated panel than air intake, framed by those razor-thin vertical LED light blades running from hood line to bumper. The daytime running lights sketch the outline of the front end before you even see the body. The hood is long and flat. The fenders are crisp and muscular, and the stance is unapologetically wide. Massive 22 or 24-inch wheels fill squared-off arches wrapped in rubber that says, I own a ranch, even if you've never set foot on one. From the side, you get the real party trick, a true crew cab with a luxury S-sedan-level rear door, flowing into a short, high-walled bed with integrated size storage and a flush power tonneau that disappears at the touch of a button. No chrome roll bars, no fake off-road cosplay, just clean lines, a strong shoulder, and proportions that say this was designed, not just assembled. At the rear, a full-width light bar and vertical LED signature lamps echo Escalade, while a slim Phantom X script and tucked-done bumper keep it upscale. The tailgate does all the multi-function tricks you're used to by now. Step, work surface, load stop, but it does them quietly. The drama is in the stance, not the hinges. Open the door, and the real Cadillac shows up. You don't climb into a truck. You step into a lounge that just happens to have a bed behind it. The front seats are big, sculpted thrones with heating, ventilation, and massage routines that feel more spa menu than gimmick. The dash is a sweep of glass and light, a curved display running from the driver's side into the center, blending a high iRes instrument cluster and a main touchscreen into one seamless panel. Below that, a floating console with real metal dials and knurled switches controls climate and drive modes. Wood, leather, and aluminum are everywhere your hands go. The steering wheel is thick but refined, with just enough buttons to control everything without feeling like an Xbox controller. The back seat? It's not an afterthought. It's a business-class cabin. Recline, tons of legroom, proper cushions, their own climate zone, USB-C ports, and optional entertainment screens. You can haul 3 adults in total comfort back here, or fold part of the bench to access hidden storage behind, for the stuff you'd rather not leave in the bed. Close the door and the outside world drops away. You remember for a second that this is still a truck, and then the quiet makes you forget again. Under the skin, the Phantom X is all about the future Cadillac keeps talking about: electric, effortless, and a little bit outrageous. It rides on a big Ultium battery pack laid flat in the floor, with dual-motor alley-wheel drive standard and an optional tri-motor setup for the truly unhinged. The numbers are what you'd expect at this level. Enough horsepower and torque that overkill feels like an understatement, and a real-world range that lets you do a serious day's driving, towing included, without planning your life around plugs. But the numbers aren't the interesting part. What it feels like is: roll into the throttle from a stop and it doesn't jump or jerk, it surges. Smooth, silent, instant torque that makes the whole truck feel light on its feet in traffic, even though it absolutely is not. Merge on a short on-ramp, pass a semi on a 2-lane, tow something heavy up a grade. The Phantom X feels like it has more in reserve than you're ever going to ask for. Need to do the dumb thing once? There's a launch mode that pins you to the seat hard enough to question your life choices, and then you go back to driving like a normal human being. On the road, this is where Cadillac refuses to compromise. Adaptive air suspension and magnetic dampers work together to do that Escalade trick: big body, small motions. In comfort, it glides over broken pavement, expansion joints, and ugly city streets with that floaty composure people secretly still expect from this badge. In sport, it firms up, squats a little, and turns from yacht into something more like a big fast GT with a 5-foot bed. The steering is light but accurate. Rear axle steering makes parking and tight U-turns feel like cheating, and the brake pedal feels like a brake pedal, not a regen experiment. Off-road, it's not a rock crawler in the way a Wrangler is, but air suspension lift, underbody protection, clever traction software, and a low-speed off-road mode mean you can get to that remote cabin, cross the rough access road to the lake house, or play on fire roads without sweating it. This is more luxury dirt road than Moab on 38s, and Cadillac is honest about that. Then there's the bed. the part that makes or breaks any pickup. The Phantom X doesn't pretend to be a half-finished work truck. The bed is finished as carefully as the cabin. Integrated bed lighting, power outlets for tools or toys, rail-mounted tie-downs that slide with a satisfying click, and side boxes that swallow tow straps, chargers, hoses, all the ugly stuff you don't want rolling around. The power tonneau means you can go from open hauler to lockable trunk the size of a couch in a couple of seconds. It will absolutely haul lumber, dirt bikes, and whatever else you throw at it. The real question is, will you? Or will it spend most of its life carrying golf bags and luggage? Tech and safety are every bit as over the height-up as you'd expect from a Cadillac flagship. Super Cruise, or whatever its 2027 evolution is called, lets you do hands-free highway miles while the truck watches your eyes and the road. 360-degree cameras make tight spots and hitching easy, and all the usual acronyms. Adaptive cruise, lane centering, blind spot monitoring, automatic emergency, braking are dialed in so the truck feels like it's looking after you, not lecturing you. None of this comes cheap. In the US, the 2027 Cadillac Phantom X lives firmly in the, if you have to ask, pickup bracket. You're looking at a starting price brushing six figures for a well-equipped dual e-motor truck with Tree e-motor, max range batteries, full luxury packages, and special paint nudging it comfortably into the 140,000 zone once you spec it like the truck it wants to be. This is not the contractor's choice. This is the I tow a boat that costs more than your condo choice. So who is it for? It's for the person who wants truck capability, but refuses to give up Cadillac theater. Someone who actually uses the bed and the hitch, but still wants massaging seats and Super Cruise on the way to the lake. Someone who thinks the Hummer EV is too loud, the Silverado EV is too blue at collar, and a regular Escalade is missing a bed. The 2027 Cadillac Phantom X is not rational. It's a flex. A statement that in a world of efficient identical electric crossovers, you can still buy something ridiculous, comfortable, and unapologetically American. So what about you? If Cadillac really built this, would you actually throw dirt bikes and gear in the back, or would you treat the bed like an expensive accessory and keep this thing cleaner than your living room? If you enjoyed this look at the 2027 Cadillac Phantom X Pickup, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Gravon Cars, and tell us in the comments, is a luxury electric Cadillac truck the future flex, or is this one step too far for the badge? Thanks for watching. Drive safe, tow in style, and we'll see you in the next one.